Hey everyone, it's Steve here from Google for Education. I'm going to take you through a little look at how we can use YouTube really safely inside of Classroom. So here I am on my class page. I'm going to jump up to my demo classroom and open that up. Now I'm going to head over to my classwork page and I am going to click on Create. And I'm going to do this as an assignment. I could also do it as material. Material is kind of thinking about a handout, if you like. But I'm going to jump over to an assignment here. Now, once I get to my assignment, you'll see there are a whole bunch of things that I can attach down the bottom. I'm just going to put a quick instruction to my class. Please watch the attached clip. That's the title. Actually, no, let's put that as our instructions because that would be much better. I'm just going to go the solar system. The solar system, YouTube. Now, there's two ways we can do this. I can jump down the bottom here and click on YouTube. And it's going to open this little chooser I've got here. And I can go solar system if I want. Now that's going to do a search for me and find a whole lot of things around the solar system. But what I've got over here is I've got one that I found earlier. So I'm going to grab the URL for that, come back over to my class. And if I just close that and I go YouTube and I then drop in the URL there, it's going to take me direct to that one. Now, if I want to, I can click play and pre-check this video. Now I can see that this has had 36.4 million views. It's from Free School. Now, if I want to, I can just simply add the video and it's going to drop it in to my YouTube assignment. And that way my students can just jump in and watch this video. Now on the right-hand side, I can choose who I'm going to assign it to. Whether I'm just going to do it to my class or I can do it to multiple classes, whether I'm going to go all students, whether I'm going to go a group of students, whether I'm going to go just some individual students. Because remember, we can do groups in YouTube, in Classroom as well. I can pick a due date, topic, so this would probably go with science. If I want to do a due date, I can go, I would like this due on Friday, and I'm going to do it there. And then if I'm going to do time, I might do it at a time. Now I'm not going to do it at 11:59 because 11:59 p.m. is a terrible time to have homework due. I'm going to do that at 4 o'clock. There we go. I have a grading category and everything that I can put in there, a rubric if I want to attach a rubric to it. But because it's just simply watching a YouTube clip, I'm going to go up there and I'm going to assign that. Now that will head into my classroom. Now the nice thing about this is we can see that I've attached that to my science area. So there it is sitting there. I can open that up. I can view my instructions and I can see what it looks like. Now, when students watch this clip, you'll notice there's something missing from it. When we jump into this, we don't start with any ads and we don't end with any suggestive videos. So that's a really nice feature of playing YouTube inside of Classroom. Now, I also noticed that this is 11 minutes 55 long. So they're going to watch that whole thing. Now, if I want to make this YouTube clip a little bit more engaging for my students, let's look at another way I can assign this. So I'm going to go back to my classroom. I'm going to go to my classwork. I'm going to go create an assignment again. I'm going to go call this our solar system, with questions. I'm going to give some instructions in here. Please watch and answer the questions. I'm again going to come down to YouTube. And now what I could also do is I can go up here and select video activities of things I've already used. So when I create one of these activities, it is going to save that for me, but I'm going to go back up here. I'm going to drop in that same link, do a little search. Here's our solar system. Now this time, down the right-hand side, I'm going to go add questions. Now what this will do is open up an interactive question assignment. Now, this one is an interesting one because it already has some questions added to it, which has been done before. I'm going to go and do my own. So if I wanted to just use those, I can go ahead and just add those questions. But if I wanted to add a question, I'm going to choose a multiple choice. Now my multiple choice, you can see I can choose a time. I can put my question in there. So I'm going to let that play a little bit. And what I can do is I can watch this video. And if I zoom ahead a little bit to see where those questions actually begin. Okay, so the sun is 99% of the mass of the solar system. So I'm going to add this as a multiple choice. My question is, how much of the mass, oh, my typing's terrible, of the mass of the solar system is the sun? The video told me it was 99%, so I'm going to go 79%, 89%, 99%. I'm going to take out that last one. So I'm just going to give my students 3 questions. So 3 options in that question. I'm then going to go save and continue. Oh, now what it's going to do is it is going to pop up me a little reminder here that I haven't actually put the correct answer in there. So I click my little button. There we go, 99%. So this one was a blank one I put in there. I'm going to go down and I'm going to remove that one. Yes, I'm going to remove that one. There we go. So now we're looking at our video, which as it plays and gets to that 1 minute 19, it's going to pause and it's going to ask that question.
That's why it looks so small. Is the biggest object in the solar system. In fact, the sun makes up more than 95% of the mass in the solar system.
So there you go. It stops and it's going to give the student that question at that time. Now, I had a look at this and I think to myself, you know what? I'm going to click my details because I don't actually want students to watch the whole 11 minutes 55. I only want the first 4 minutes because you can see there are some good questions on there. So I'm going to go down here and I'm going to change this to 4 minutes. Now that is going to just show us that 4 minutes of that video. So we can actually trim this right down. Now if I wanted it to start really, really close to that first question, I could also go on to start at 1 minute. So you're effectively editing down this video for your students. So let's have a look at what it looks like for a student. We'll go try as a student. What that will do is it will open up the student view of this. So if we get started, this is what it looks like.
The sun is very, very far away from the Earth. Almost 93 million miles away. That's why it looks so small, even though it's the biggest object in the solar system. In fact, the sun makes up more than 99% of the mass in the solar system.
Okay, it'll pause. Our student has an option to answer this. If I choose the wrong one, submit, it's going to come back and it's going to tell us, sorry, try another answer. Now what you may want to do is you can click down here and rewatch. The students have the option to rewind and to rewatch and then choose the correct answer, try again. If we get that right, off we go and continue that video.
If you put all of the planets, moons...
So by adding the questions to the YouTube clip, it makes them a lot more engaging. Students watch the clip and you also get the marks fed back to you in a dashboard, which we're going to look at in another edition of this little video. Once I'm ready to attach, I can click attach. Yep, make sure that we're all there. We're good, let's attach. So that will now drop that into our classroom. So there it is. It's a YouTube video with 11 questions on it. When I'm ready to assign, same workflow before. Due date, I'm going to make that on Thursday. I'm going to give that at 3 o'clock. do that. It is my science topic. I'm not going to set a grading period. I'm not going to use a rubric, and I'm not going to check for plagiarism because that's from that video. I'm then going to go assign. Now, of course, I could also go to schedule the assign. So that's where I might assign it next Monday, say, for the week's work. But I'm just going to go straight ahead and assign that. It will then appear in my Google Classroom for my students to do. So that's how we can attach a YouTube clip to Classroom, either as just watching a clip with no ads and no suggested videos, or being more engaging with a set of questions on it, again, with no suggested videos and no ads either. Now, if you have YouTube switched off for your students, this will still play. You have YouTube on for your teachers, off for your students, this will still work. Students will not be able to get out to YouTube at the end of your clip if you have YouTube switched off for them. So hopefully that helps you understand a little bit more about how to attach a YouTube clip inside of Classroom.